Hello dear viewers. Today we will talk about how we can turn rejection, perhaps one of the most difficult moments of our lives, into an advantage. Yes, you heard right. Rejection is usually seen as an annoying and demoralizing experience, but it is possible to use this situation to your advantage. So how will this happen? Think about it, could every moment you are rejected actually teach you something? In this video, we will explain how you can turn rejection into an opportunity with 6 lessons, using the deep teachings of Marcus Aurelius, one of the wisest philosophers of ancient times, and the vast knowledge of Stoic philosophy. You will learn how to overcome the fear of rejection, how to turn these experiences into personal development opportunities, and the steps you need to take on the path to becoming a stronger individual. Don't worry, we will not be limited to just theoretical information in this video. We will also share practical techniques and strategies that you can immediately apply in your daily life. You will also find some fun and humorous approaches that will help you cope with the difficulties you encounter in life. Don't forget to subscribe now so you don't miss these important lessons that will change your life. This way, you can be instantly informed about our future videos and join us on this informative journey. Now sit back and get ready to transform your life. Because this video will give you all the information you need to overcome the fear of rejection and overcome all kinds of obstacles. Let's get started. Reverse psychology is a technique used to make a person do a certain action by suggesting that they should not do it. It is based on the stubbornness and desire for independence of human nature. For example, when a child is told that they should not eat sweets, their desire for sweets may increase. This situation is based on the REJECTION theory, one of the basic principles of human psychology. When people are forced to do something against their will, they naturally feel the desire to do that thing. So how does reverse psychology work? First of all, it creates a conflict in the person's mind. When forced to do something, the person wants to resist this force. This situation is especially common in children and teenagers. However, reverse psychology is not limited to children. It can be used effectively in adults as well. Marcus Aurelius had a deep wisdom in understanding himself and his environment with his Stoic philosophy. Stoicism advises to develop an internal resistance against external factors and to control our emotional reactions. Reverse psychology, with a similar approach, allows the individual to act with his own will. This technique can be used not only to influence others, but also to overcome our own internal resistances. For example, you have set a goal for yourself and want to create an action plan to achieve this goal. However, you are having difficulty motivating yourself in the process. This is where reverse psychology can come into play. By telling yourself, you don't have to achieve this goal, you can actually increase your desire to achieve this goal. In this way, you can rekindle your internal motivation and focus on your goal. In this section, we learn the basics of reverse psychology and how it works. Now, let's move on to 11 ways to turn rejection to your advantage. These ways will guide you in both your personal and professional life and make you a stronger individual. If you are ready, let's get started. Path 1. Rejection is an opportunity. Rejection is often perceived as a negative experience, but it is possible to turn this situation into an opportunity. Every rejection is an opportunity to learn something new and improve ourselves. As Marcus Aurelius said, accept what fate gives you and use it. Rejection means that one door closes, but it also means that another door will open. First of all, we must understand that rejection is not the end. Every obstacle we encounter in life is actually there to make us stronger and more resilient. In moments of rejection, it is important to see this situation as a transformation point, not a pause. We must ask ourselves, what can this rejection teach me? In this way, we can learn a lesson from every rejection. For example, imagine that you were rejected for a job. In this case, it is important to analyze why you were rejected and identify your shortcomings. Maybe you need more experience or a certain skill. By addressing these shortcomings, you can be more successful in your future applications. Rejection is actually an opportunity to improve yourself. We should also remember that rejection forces us to think more creatively and innovatively. When a door closes, we are forced to look for new ways. In the process, we may find alternative solutions that we had never thought of before. Rejection can be a catalyst for developing new ideas and perspectives. In conclusion, rejection is an opportunity. It is up to us to make the most of this opportunity. Inspired by the wise words of Marcus Aurelius, we can see rejection not as an end, but as a new beginning. Now, let's move on to the second path to learn how to turn these opportunities to our advantage. Path 2. Dealing with negative emotions. Moments of rejection often require us to deal with negative emotions. These emotions can be disappointment, sadness, anger, or even shame. However, Marcus Aurelius' Stoic philosophy teaches us how to deal with these emotions. First of all, it is important to recognize and accept our emotions. Instead of suppressing the negative emotions we feel when we are rejected, recognizing and accepting them is the first step. Understanding that these emotions are natural and human makes it easier to deal with them. Marcus Aurelius said, "We cannot control our emotions, but we can control how we react to them." This quote emphasizes the importance of recognizing and accepting our emotions. Another important step is to direct these emotions in a constructive way. For example, you can use the anger you feel when you are rejected as a source of motivation. This anger can encourage you to work harder and improve yourself. Similarly, it is possible to see your sadness and disappointment as lessons and learn from these experiences. Meditation and breathing exercises are effective ways to deal with negative emotions. These techniques calm your mind and provide emotional balance. Marcus Aurelius maintained his inner peace and emotional balance by practicing meditation daily. You too can get your negative emotions under control by applying similar techniques. Finally, it is also important to get support. Family, friends, or a mentor can support you through difficult times. Sharing your feelings and looking at them from another's perspective can help you cope with negative emotions. Dealing with negative emotions during moments of rejection is a fundamental principle of Stoic philosophy. Drawing inspiration from the wise advice of Marcus Aurelius, we can recognize, accept, and constructively channel these emotions. Now, let's move on to the third path to explore another way to turn rejection into an advantage. Path 3. Self-awareness and development. Moments of rejection provide opportunities to learn and develop ourselves. Marcus Aurelius' Stoic philosophy emphasizes the importance of self-awareness and inner development. When we are rejected, we can use this situation to better understand ourselves and address our shortcomings. The first step is to analyze why we were rejected. Identifying the areas where we are lacking and improving ourselves in these areas will increase our future success. For example, if you are rejected in a job interview, you can identify which skills you are lacking and develop these skills. The process of knowing oneself allows us to discover not only our weaknesses but also our strengths. When Marcus Aurelius said, "Know your own soul," he actually advised us to discover our own potential and use this potential in the best way possible. Identifying and developing our strengths increases our self-confidence and makes us more successful. Rejection can also be a source of motivation in our personal development journey. By learning from our failures, we can work more determinedly and perseverantly to achieve our goals. In this process, tools such as meditation and journaling can help us know ourselves better and achieve emotional balance. In conclusion, it is possible to see moments of rejection as opportunities to know and develop ourselves from a Stoic perspective. Inspired by Marcus Aurelius' words full of wisdom, we can accept rejection as valuable experiences that contribute to our inner development. Now, let's move on to the fourth path and discover the importance of patience. Path 4. The importance of being patient. Patience is one of the cornerstones of Stoic philosophy and is of vital importance in moments of rejection. Marcus Aurelius emphasized the value of patience by saying, "Patience is the cure for pain." When we are rejected, being patient helps us evaluate the situation more healthily and prepare the ground for our future successes. Being patient in moments of rejection allows us to control our emotional reactions. The disappointment and anger we feel at first give way to more logical and constructive thoughts over time. Being patient during this process reduces the impact of negative emotions and helps us develop a more balanced perspective. Another important aspect of being patient is that it allows us to focus on long-term goals. Short-term failures are a step on the way to reaching our long-term goals. Marcus Aurelius emphasized this point when he said, "Be patient to achieve your goals." Patience brings us closer to our goals step by step and eventually enables us to achieve success. Patience also increases our resilience. When we face difficulties, being patient improves our capacity to overcome these difficulties. Every rejection tests our patience and resilience, making us stronger and more determined individuals. In conclusion, being patient is the key to overcoming rejection and achieving success. By drawing inspiration from the teachings of Marcus Aurelius, we can add the power and importance of patience to our lives. Now, let's move on to the fifth path and explore positive thinking techniques. Path 5: Positive Thinking Techniques. Thinking positively is a powerful way to reduce the effects of rejection and increase motivation. Marcus Aurelius emphasized the power of positive thinking by saying, "Our thoughts shape our lives." When we are rejected, instead of thinking negatively, seeing the situation as an opportunity protects our mental and emotional health. First of all, it is important to recognize our negative thoughts and replace them with positive thoughts. For example, when you are rejected for a job, instead of thinking, "I am not good enough," adopting the thought, "This situation offers me the opportunity to improve my shortcomings," it increases your motivation and gives you energy for future success. Another technique is to develop daily positive thinking habits. Starting each morning by making positive affirmations to yourself helps you have a more positive outlook throughout the day. Marcus Aurelius achieved inner peace by meditating and focusing on positive thoughts every day. You can create a similar routine and replace negative thoughts with positive thoughts. Another important step in positive thinking techniques is to look to the future with hope. In moments of rejection, seeing this situation as a temporary obstacle and believing that better opportunities will arise in the future will keep your morale high. As Marcus Aurelius said, "Everything has its time and everything changes." With this understanding, it is important to see rejections as temporary and focus on future opportunities. As a result, positive thinking techniques are an effective way to overcome rejection and keep motivation high. By drawing inspiration from the teachings of Marcus Aurelius, we can add the power of positive thinking to our lives. Now, let's move on to the sixth path and discover the courage to try again. Path 6: The courage to try again. Rejection is an opportunity to try again and requires courage. Stoic philosophy emphasizes that courage is an important virtue. Marcus Aurelius stated the role of courage in our lives by saying, "Courage is a power of the soul." Gathering our courage and trying again in moments of rejection is an important step on the path to success. First, we must accept that rejection is a natural process. In life, everything does not always go as we want and we experience failures. However, these failures should not stop us, but rather encourage us to try again with more strength and determination. Marcus Aurelius emphasized this point by saying, "The strength of the soul is to resist difficulties." Trying again after rejection increases our courage and endurance. In this process, we learn from our past experiences, correct our mistakes, and have the opportunity to try again in a better way. For example, if you have failed in a project, you should analyze why you failed, correct your shortcomings, and have the courage to try again. Courage is not just about taking big steps, we can also show our courage by taking small steps. Every small step brings us closer to our goal and strengthens our courage. Inspired by the teachings of Marcus Aurelius, we can achieve our big goals by taking small steps of courage every day. In conclusion, the courage to try again is vital to overcoming rejection and achieving success. Inspired by the wise words of Marcus Aurelius, we should muster our courage and see every moment of rejection as a new beginning. Now, let's move on to the seventh path and explore empathy and understanding the perspective of others. With the 6 powerful techniques we shared in this video, we learned how to turn rejection into an advantage. By applying these techniques to your life, you can become stronger, more determined, and more successful. Don't forget to stand up to the challenges that life brings and see every obstacle as an opportunity. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more information and inspiring content. Join us on this journey and explore the wisdom-filled world of Stoicism more deeply. Together, we can create a stronger and more resilient community. See you in our new videos.